Hello and welcome to the Simply Cup. It is a sparkling water edition. He did come to me and say, can I make some maps for the Simply Cup? And I said, yeah, will be excited to see what that is. So we have 11 maps this week, a bit more than the 10, but they are a lot shorter. So it should be a fairly quick week. We have 100 players and the server is having a few issues. So let's hope that everything's going to be okay. But if there's crashes and stuff, I can't do anything about it. I'm sorry. It is what it is. We try our hardest. It's a fun competition. Blame Nadeo if the servers are having issues. It's not my fault. But 20 seconds more of the warm-up. There is 1 minute of warm-up. And then we have the 3 rounds as always. And then the winner is crowned at the end of the maps with the most points. So here we go into the live round. Let's go spectate whoever gets my click Dunsky for this first round here. So also do check out Sparkling Water. He's streaming pretty much every day. And he also uploads to YouTube, so check them out. Also, drop a follow here if you're new, and drop a sub. But anyway, let's get into it. Mr. West is actually who we're watching. Currently in 62nd place. Very quick maps, as I said, so don't blink, otherwise it'll all be over.
That's pretty good.
Thank you very much. And it looks like Craft is the first place on the first map. Dog, Lars, Rusty, Insane, Ixon, Milmy, and 7 right behind. Very, very close rounds are going to be had in this edition. And there we go. Everyone finishing. Couple people trying the risky strat. Couple people going the safe way. So let's look at Matt here, who has been playing pretty much every week and usually gets a fairly decent overall rank. Currently in 20th, but struggles with that second drift. Now, can he carry the speed around? Gets that one okay. If you can go the inside line, could pick up a few positions. Couple people going wide, and Craft once again picking up the win as far as I can see. That's really good points for him. Dog also. It's the same top 3. Lars as well getting 3rd position. That's quite rare. But Katabu also, Milmy, the ones gaining quite a few points. We have Milan, which is unfortunately AFK. So very, very well played by Craft, Dog, and Lars there. As I said, it's very rare to see the same 3 back to back. So let's actually have a look at one of them. Dog going really inside. I thought he clipped there, but gets it well. Coming through hot in about 5th position. If he can get this second drift cleanly. Oh, this is going to be the same top 3 again. Craft currently in 1st, but no, Dog overtakes Lars. If Lars gets a good jump, can overtake. But no, it is Dog. No, it is the exact same again. Dog's had 3rd last round. It is Lars in 3rd. Craft, once again, a dominating performance on this map. That's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen that in any competition with this many players. That is extremely well played by the top 3 players there. But not seeing anyone else gain a lot of points. Big Burzel in 10th there, dropping down, only gaining 7 points, down to 18th. So it could be slightly chaotic cast this week because, as I said, the maps are super quick, super easy, so it's going to be gone in a flash, but hopefully the maps are very fun. I did check all of them, which I usually don't, as I prefer to see a live reaction of it, but I did want to quickly have a look at the maps, and they're all looking really fun. There was a khaki map as well, which Sparkling made, but I thought it maybe could have been a little bit too confusing for some players. So we go on to probably the hardest map, which is currently in with the RPG. And there is a few different ways to do this one, so let's see. Machininator dropping off a little bit. Or Machinator Ooh, just missing that jump. So yeah, there's a little bit of a further respawn, so you want to make sure you get this angle quite decent. Ooh, missing out again. So this was one of the jumps where I'm like, maybe for some players could be a little bit tough, but if you go slightly wide, it should be pretty easy. Which Mac goes for a shorter line again. Actually going for the right. That is definitely not where you're supposed to go. But should be able to get it this time. Maybe let's give a quick overview of the rest of the map. There is one ice turn, which if you get well, you can get that bug slide onto the dirt. And then there's a risky jump. Also a sneaky one behind the finish. Not sure how many people have seen that. And then there's also a safe route. But let's actually stay in the drone camera as we're already here. A couple people getting a slowdown on that first ramp. That's unfortunate for them, but can easily respawn, as that bug from earlier weeks has been fixed. Milmy and Craft out in first place. 7 also on a good run. A couple of people going very high. Artie and A4 dropping off there. And it is Dog going that different line. Can he make it? He definitely does. Look at that. Very fast time. And it looks like Aria and Milmy pick up the next few positions. So, once again, such a quick little map here. A game also crashed. Sorry guys, I can't do anything about it. I wish they really worked on their servers. You should be able to have more than 100 players on servers, but as soon as you have this many, it just is a struggle street sometimes. But as I said, it is a bit of a fun competition, so let's not worry about it too much. Hopefully most players can get back in. But let's have a look at Rusty here, which I did see not getting that many points.
That's pretty good.
And it is Major with the fully. Thank you very much. Ooh, Rusty going a little bit wide there, but gains extra speed for this next part, as a lot of people struggling to get this next drift right. Ooh, Rusty going slightly too far. Looks like Dog is going that inside line again. Let's see if he can get it first. It is indeed Lars checking that the Dog strat, getting a second place. And Rusty's getting a 50th. Not too bad. So as I said, this is definitely one of the more difficult maps, but hopefully most players should still be able to finish, as all of these are very short. So lots of players finding that behind the finish line strat. A couple players still going the safe finish. Can Dansky finish there? No, he cannot. That's not good. And Kraft only getting 1 point. That will cost him down to... I cannot even see him. But let's go back to 7 now, who has been playing this very well so far. Gets an inside line, bonks on the tunnel entrance, and gets a penalty up the hill. We'll be able to make this jump though. Gets a good drift. Oh no, he slides out, so that's not good. Let's follow Area maybe, who goes the backwards line, but is a little bit further behind the rest of the pack. And look at those safe strats players coming through. So definitely the quicker line to go the behind the finish, but a little bit more difficult as we see a couple players falling off the edge. And we have 5 more seconds for this final time on this map. Stockson, can he finish? Oh, I don't think he did. And Cataboo. And also, I can't remember who it was. I think it was 7 once again, only picking up 1 point. So lots of players struggling on that one. But could be definitely one of the most difficult. So definitely some heavier loading times with the extra players. Hopefully most players being able to avoid their game crashing. Let's see what will be coming up next. It is the Dirt map, which should be fairly simple to play. Let's have a look at Console with quite a few players still loading in. Console getting it really well though. Nearly goes for the triangle. Probably will see that for next round. but it is the warm-up, so of time to check out the map. A couple players missing that jump, but once again, it should be very, very easy to learn. So I think this will be a very close battle towards the end. Maybe a couple players will risk a few of the things like that triangle or the jump, maybe go for a lower jump. Not sure if it's going to be quicker. Console trying to cut it close here, but is struggling a little bit. I think there is a little bit of a gear change, so maybe that's why he is clipping the edge. As he goes for another restart. But we have 6 seconds to the live round. 92 players in, so most people being able to get in. Console gets that downhill quite decently, but we are on to the live round. Let's have a look at someone new. Edify, how is he doing this one? Drifts out really well. Oh, going for the triangle, gains a few players. There's a lot of people falling out either at the triangle or to the right there. Edify, oh, misses the drift, and I don't think he can make the jump anymore, so that is going to cost him a lot as my game is freezing, so we can't see who's at the finish. Here we go. It is Craft, I think, getting the first place, and we have our flood of cars coming through. No, I think it was Lars getting it. It is indeed. Dog picking up 85 points. Currently 50 points ahead going into this map. Ixon 120 points behind, so Dog and Lars really find themselves a bit of an advantage. Ixon only getting 20, so we'll also change the gap just that little bit more. Us curse. That's my job. That is what I'm here to do. Alright, let's have a look at a fellow Australian with Robert here. See how he is doing. Only in around 50th place, but looking good for this first round. Oh, clips ever so slightly, but there is still a whole load of players jumping off that right side. Gets this second jump cleanly. If you can get a bit of pace towards the end, as Dansky, I think it is, falling off on the tilted sides. Robert picking up a 30th position. Very good. And we have the rest of the field coming in. But hopefully most players enjoying the map so far. I enjoyed playing them. They're very easy, so should be a good week. The players do not know the maps. Right, let's have a look at someone midfield. Let's have a look at Boris here. Currently in 27th, no, 30th position. Gets the start slightly slow, but gains a lot of extra speed for this downhill. Lots of players missing that triangle. Also clipping the right side once again. Thought they would have learnt by now. And Boris does clip that edge after gaining a lot of speed with the follow through. So it drops down to 40th. You can see how close these maps are. And the leaderboard is literally broken, so I'm not going to be able to check who got first. It is Mick here. And he's going to be good for him to move up in the leaderboard. Ixon, Lars, and Dog. And we also getting 90. The ones getting the advantage on this one. Those are only getting 1. 7, I'm not sure if he's crashed or rage quit. Does disconnect. So we have Lars going, the first person going into 1,000 points. That is a very dominant performance so far. With Dog only a little bit behind. Might have accidentally turned off my PC. That is one way of playing the Simply Cup, but I'm also going to say that's probably not a good way to continue playing the Simply Cup. I'm legit dead last. Well, hopefully you're at least enjoying yourself. I appreciate everyone who is joining in on the fun. So we have our ice map here, which could be a tough for some players, but hopefully it should be fairly simple once again. Tibbler missing out on this first drift, but gets a nice wallbang. Will follow through, but hits the edge. finds himself going a little bit to the right, saves it very nicely. With more speed, you can definitely go up that wall a little bit higher, and then we have our heavy drift here. Got to brake a lot, and then go for that counter steer early. Dibbler getting it safe and easily. Let's look at Remu here. Ooh, overdrift slightly, but a good angle to follow. Now gets a decent bit of speed, goes very high early. You don't want to go that early, but does save it. Can he get this final drift? He loses out a little bit, so that is unfortunate, but it is the warm-up, so not to worry. Oh, this is a fantastic sight to behold. I do like seeing a full server. I wish they would fix the game so we could actually see everyone play properly. But we have Sir Jiris here, who goes for the straight line at the start. In's actually getting a mad start. Let's see if he can follow it through with a lot of speed. But Mr. Sir doing quite decent, currently in 32nd. If he follows through with his drift nicely, gets it really early. That's what you want with a few players falling off. But does have to release a little bit and stays around that 32nd. Nope, dropping to 25th. Good drift, saving a lot of time there. And then we have the rest of the field coming in hot. Who picked up the 120? It was indeed Inns. I don't know where he's sitting on the leaderboard. 8th place, so that is good points. Also, Katabu right behind him with 100 points gained. But Milmi only getting 8. Craft only getting 30, so lots of changes in these maps. I think this could be quite a nice fight in the midfield of the top of the leaderboard. But the one who is dominating is Lars here. Let's check him out for this one. Gets the drift really well. Has to release slightly, but gets himself a decent angle. Only Inns in front of him. I think Lars with slightly more speed. Can he overtake? Goes really low on the jump. That's good for him. And takes the inside line. Inns going slightly out. Who's it going to be? I think it's Lars right ahead. Oh my, it is not. It is Lars. No, it is Inns, sorry. Who does pick up a win by 100th of a second. Or a 10th of a second. Dog getting 109 points. Ixon, Milmi, and Area only getting 30, 18, and 9. So, Inns really gaining an advantage on this one. Arian also picking up 100 points. Moves up to top 17. Let's actually spectate him. See how he's doing the start. Gets the drift really well. Carries it all the way through. That is good, but overslides off onto the road, which will cost him a bit of speed. Goes slightly high as well as, I don't know who that was going extremely high onto that tube entrance. Varian overdrifts a little bit and does hit the wall. So costs himself probably around 20 positions, finishing in 43rd there. So not the greatest round from him, but this competition is hot, so one mistake does cost that many positions here. Dog gaining that first position, Lars in second, Ixon in third, Stockson, who I saw playing an ice campaign yesterday, so maybe has helped him on this one, getting fourth. And we move on to our next map. Spectator pressure indeed. And we have instant loading. I don't know what's up with that. And we have my favorite track of the day style right here with NASCAR. But it's not by Priez, it is by Sparkling once again. So this could possibly be one of the closest battles, as it is a very simple design. Literally just going around the circuit. So 1 minute and 5, warm up as always. Let's have a look at Martin. No, he is AFK. That is disappointing. Let's have a look at Peps now with the Simply Sippers car. Let's actually take a Simply Sip. Cheers to that. So not even much for me to say on this map. There's a very crucial corner here with that reactor boost. You got to make sure to get the drift a bit late, carry the reactor boosting nicely, or as it is NASCAR, maybe releasing is the way to go. That will probably be the thing you have to look out for here. As a couple players are going backwards. I didn't actually check if backwards was faster, so cuts are definitely allowed. So we'll find out if it is indeed faster, coming into 10 seconds of warm-up. Let's have a look at Argo for this first round. I want to spectate someone going backwards and see if maybe it's quicker, but not sure if I'll be able to pick up a name quick enough. So here we have Argo, the first round. Hits it really nicely. Is he going to go for a drift or release? He goes for the release, looking like it is slightly faster. And you can see those players going backwards. Dog currently in first. A couple of those players going backwards are slightly behind. The reactor has caused some damage with a few players there. And we will move up to the top of the field. With Mafias gaining, it says 50th, but I feel like he was slightly ahead of that. And it is Handsomeless, Vero, Max, just some of those going backwards, but doesn't look quicker, I don't think. So that is interesting to see. As we only have Titus DNFing. But once again, those top players gaining a lot. So the players a little bit behind, struggling to gain extra points on them. As we have some mega lag there. But they're all getting it cleanly. Ixon really risking it. Ixon, a very good NASCAR player. Controlling his cars and release drifts really well. And definitely will carry that to a victory. This one, Jira unfortunately missing out the drift on that second lap and gains 45th, so you can see how close these races are. I think these maps are good this week because of how close it is. You can see this leaderboard on the side has finally settled down, and you can see it's only a couple hundredths between those top positions. So Ixon gaining a lot, moves up to third with that last round, and now is gaining on those top positions, but he has 300 points to gain. Dogs and La so far in front. So let's have a look at Craft here, see how he is doing. Goes really wide, but gains a lot of extra speed. Look at him carry it through into first position, but I don't know who that is. Gaining also. Oh, Craft missing that drift and will struggle to get the second one. Does safe it nicely, but drops down 20 positions. Finishing in around 15th. Oops, still 20th. But once again, I think it was Dog and Lars. They are absolutely killing it right now. Area also in 8th, gaining 109 points. Kip only getting 1 point that round. And In's only gaining 17, so a couple changes once again. As the field is so tight and the maps are so quick, the leaderboard is changing with a matter of seconds. But here we have our reactor map, so probably one of the slightly more difficult ones again, but it is fully respawnable, so you should be able to work it out. And as Spark says, this is a fun little map here, so. Who is the best at Flight Simulator? There is also the red boost reactor with a jump and some airtime that you gain, so there might be a few bonkeroonies as well. Let's have a look at Veru coming into this first one. Doesn't nail it straight into the checkpoint, but hits it ever so slightly. That is an unfortunate bonk there, but does get this reactor to see the rest of the map. Opts for a respawn, but probably will try the full respawn once again. Does control his car, onto this second flip, but struggles a little bit as he turns in the sky. You don't really want to be turning that much. Otherwise, you do lose a bit of your control and speed. But there we have it. Very, very simple map. It has 10 seconds to maybe work it out one more time. Simple jump, simple air time. Let's see who will get it the quickest. And so, for someone a little bit further behind, Nina only on 60 points. Nina, I'm calling you out. I expect more points. Let's see what she can do here. Slows down a little bit, but that will give her a great angle. Following it through, misses the clip on the edge, but going for a shortcut and doesn't realize there's another checkpoint later on, so we'll have to respawn. It's definitely not what you were wanting to do, and it was Henky getting first position. Matthias getting second. Couple new players in those top positions for a change. Lars getting 104 and only Dog Ixon getting 20s. So that is not what you want to catch up to Lars. I also had the chat off by accident, so sorry about that. I will keep it on now. Let's have a look at Milmy, who is still in top 10. Doing very well. Can he get this first jump? He does. Gets it smooth. Now following it through nicely, but gets a little bit of slowdown by drifting on that uphill. And also getting an unlucky landing. What was that? The reactors just sometimes bug you out on these landings, and he falls off to the side, so that's... I think he's still got a top 30 there, which is not too bad. Lots of players struggling on this one, as the control of the reactor boost is quite difficult. Zemus, Dibbler, Knight, some players coming through now to all finish with only 1 second remaining. That is all. Gerby here doesn't get any points, does stay in the top 10, but now very close behind. Let's see, maybe Zero, who I did see a cheeky minus. What is he doing for this one? Gets it clean, it's slightly behind a little bit. Lars with a lot of extra speed, but I think that was just a bit of lag. A couple players falling off once again, and we have a extremely close top 10. I do not even know who took it. I think it is a new player, which I don't know how to pronounce his name with the leaderboard changing. So a lot of players not enjoying this one. I didn't mind it. It was a bit of a different type of map. Dog gaining on this one with 114 in second. Lars getting 88 points. Inscraft and Area. Also Gerb once again only gaining 1 point. Milmy not even finishing. So an extremely mixed map there. A couple players not liking it. A couple players really taking advantage from it. But this is our third difficult map, as maybe some players haven't really experienced this. This is a backwards map, but it is a very fun one. So let's see how this one will result in, because I'm not sure how many players have played in reverse before. It's not something that really gets experienced in this game that much. When it's quite a fun style to play. So let's have a look at Ixon here with his very shiny car. Following through for the first round. Gets to drift nicely, then follows through on the looping into the finish line. It's that simple, yeah? How hard could it be? But with backwards, it is very important to make sure you maintain your speed. You don't want to be releasing too much, and you don't want to be over drifting. You can do speed slides, which is controlling your drift and getting it slightly faster than the rest. But I'm not sure if there's any of that in this one. This one is definitely more about making sure you get the best angle controlling your speed and carrying it through. So a couple players hitting the red boosters and failing a little bit, but hopefully they can make it past on the next one. Let's have a look at these here. A couple players trying to go forwards. That's definitely not what you want. Someone clipping the side there as we have a massive pack. This will be a very close battle to the end, I think. But it is Ixon. No, it's Ins, I think. I don't know who that is. Way out in front. Oh, V's just missing that drift there. We'll have to respawn. Couple players slightly slower here. I think it was Ins actually, who had a absolutely rapid time. It was indeed Ins who got a 6-star. I don't know what he did differently. But once again, Lars, Dog, Ixon, Cataboo, all gaining points. Look at this top 5. Alec, 104. And it's 0 now, struggling, but he does finally make it to the end. There is a safe finish if you can't make that loop. So hopefully most people worked that one out. Let's actually have a look at Ims, who we haven't followed yet. Let's see if he does anything different. I think he's getting a slight speed slide at the start, but overdrifts, and I'm not sure if he's even going to make this checkpoint. He is, but he is way far behind. So let's have a look at the first player right now. The 2 Germans, I think. Lars battling it out. Dog going for that real inside line with the earlier drift. Lars trying the no drift. And who's it going to be? Oh my. These battles are so sick. It is the player who got the reactor map in first in that 3rd round. Lago, or Largo I think it is. Where's he sitting on the leaderboard? I haven't seen much of him. I do not even know where he's sitting. But some very good rounds from him. Lars, though, Dog, both gaining a lot of positions. Ixon, unable to finish. I completely missed him. A couple players looking for a loop cut. I don't think it's going to be worth it, but cuts are allowed, so if you can work it out that quickly, go for it. Ixon, though, doing a lot better this round. You can see players like Milmi, Nerms up in the top pack. Area was way out early, but has been caught up by Ins, I think. Does manage to maintain a first position, though. Ins getting 2nd. Lars only getting 20 that time, and it's now Dog who's struggling, only getting 1 point. Berzel, the only other player having a bit of a struggle. No, Milmi only getting 3 points. Past has completely given up. That is not what you want to see. So the 2 top players struggling a little bit, but look how far in front they are. Ixon is 500 points behind Dog, and then there's another 200 points, I think, between 1st and 2nd. So fun to play with a working leaderboard. Yeah, I wish I could check the left. It would be very helpful. But that's alright. We'll just go with the flow. Yo, well done, Cuddy. Doing well, man. Yeah, I feel like I should make a backwards edition. That could be something a bit different. Let's have a look at someone a little bit further behind. Pluto for this warm-up. We have a lot more of a simple map, and speaking of Pluto, he is out in first here, so maybe a late joiner. Set drift slightly low, but we'll work that out for next round. And then there is this risky jump. If you have the right speed, you will hit that slow grass, so if you have the lower speed, you definitely don't want to be doing that. But pretty much everyone being able to make it. Let's have a look at Asman here. And yeah, indeed, this was the replacement for the khaki map. I said maybe he should build a grass map, and he did that just earlier today. So shout out to Sparky, and make sure to definitely check him out on Twitch, definitely check him out on YouTube. He's putting in a lot of time and effort to the trackmania community and is very underrated, so please do give him a follow. It would mean a lot to me, and it would mean a lot to Sparkling. Alright, let's have a look at someone new. Knight. We haven't really been watching. Did have that 1 or 2 good rounds, but coming in now with around 60th place, you can just see how close it is. It goes a little bit wide, and we have a bit of lag. Also hitting that edge there, that's not what you want. Fops, though, who is in 56, gets top 5 there. That's really good from him. As we do have a little bit of lag, so I struggled to see who was out on top there. Ixon having to go the safe finish. So, not sure how many points he got. So, only getting 40. Dog getting a first. Lars, once again, in the top 3. Mario only getting 3 points. Burzel only getting 1. So, it looks like Burzel either gets really big boy points or makes a bit of a bonk or maybe falling over at some of the checkpoints and does fall off a little bit. We have Spider with his yep car. Can I get some yeps in chat for these spectators? Coming in hot with a lot of speed. He was slightly behind there in 49th, but look at that speed control and has found himself in the top 10. Struggling a little bit on the downhill. Oh, someone going for a bug slide. I think that was Dog with that different tactic, getting a snipe on the finish. Oh, I was not ready for that. I just saw someone in the right there and then... That was a really well-found tactic there in such a short time. So, Dog with the big brains, that is definitely why he is in that top 2 and gains a little bit on Lars, still finding himself 100 points behind. But speaking of Dog, let's check him out with this final round on this map and see what he does at the end. Can he control it? Can he fall off? Let's find out here. Gets that drift really well, finding himself in first, and maybe we'll just opt for a safe finish. No, he doesn't, and goes to the bug slide. Gets that drift really quickly and finishes it clean. That is a nice run from him. And Lars only getting 70, so 50 points difference now coming into the final few maps. Ixon getting second with also a bug slide right behind Dog. But good simple map once again. Milmi, I'm not sure if he had a disconnection or rage quit. Kirby once again only getting 1 point, so has dropped down a little bit. Burzel getting 50. It's actually 70 points. I can't quick math. So still definitely a tight battle as we have a full speed map. Or maybe a little bit more fun speed, as there is a few drifts, I think, over controlling your speed slides, I should say. There was a slightly unrespawnable checkpoint here, so we changed this one respawn. So shout out to Spark for the quick response on that. These maps have definitely been good. Let's have a look at Holby here for the full speed. Has a lot of people getting jebaited right there. Still getting jebaited. Does find himself third time luck. So this could be, again, one of the slightly more difficult maps, but it is very short, very simple once you know it. We'll find out who takes advantage from it. I think the players who are in those top positions right now will definitely have an advantage on this. Lars Dog playing out of their world right now, as they are 700 points ahead of third place. That is insane. I don't know how you can even gain that many extra points. That is really, really well played by those two. Cannaboo 1770, Ixon 1728. And ends in 5th currently, 1640. So let's find out if they will maintain those positions. And let's have a look at Burzel for this first one. Doing it very clean, very simply. And it gets a slight speed slide coming in through. that extra bit of pace. Gaining a couple positions. A few people falling off to the left. I think whoever's in first there, I think he missed the finish. I'm not sure. He did, and I meant checkpoint, not finish. As Berzel, speaking of missing the finish, has lost a lot of positions there by trying the risky run. So I'm not sure who that was who went the left side of the checkpoint and just has to completely respawn. I didn't pick up the name. But as I predicted, Lars, Dog, Ixon, the only one doing that. Actually, no, Area only getting 1.0. Getting 1 point as well. So, a couple close battles in the mid-pack of the top field. Let's have a look at Spider with his Yep car again. To the second round. In the 30th position, loses out slightly on a bit of speed there. Following it through really well. Goes slightly high, gets another drift, and we'll be able to take the risky finish very easily. Ooh, I saw two players bonking that end there. But I think the top 5 stayed the top 5. And it is Gerbe getting 109 points. That's good for him. We'll move up a little bit. But it is Ins and Ixon now only getting 1. Dog with the win. Moving to 50 points difference. Very, very close. 40 points even. Let's look at someone a little bit further down. Maverick in the 30th-ish. Coming through in probably about the same position of the race. But gets that wall ride really well. Gains a couple positions. Or slightly slows down a bit. And it will be Dog in first. And Gerbe once again gaining the extra points in this one. Lars picking up 100. So closing it in. I'm not sure. I think there's one more map. I feel like there's one more map. I could be wrong. I do not take attention to that. But Ixon once again really struggling with this one. Has dropped down a lot. Fortunately for him, Area only getting 10 points. Alec and Kraft too far behind. Oh, what a fantastic map to end on. Oh, this is going to be good. I think the leaderboard is going to be absolutely broken. I'm probably not going to be able to see who's in first, but... that's why I say it out loud, Techie. So we have a heavy loading onto our shortest map here. Where's the elevator music? I don't know why some are like insta-loading and then some just take a hell of a long time. But here we go. We are live into this one with the shortest map, and we have a few flight simulators straight off the bat. That was fantastic to see. I think I'll just keep the camera here and see who can work it out first. I think Knight was the first one to get it there. So Philip goes into Sky. Matt, completely missing. So, bit of a different map to end it on here. As we have gone through all the styles. We definitely needed a long map. In memory of last week. Definitely check out last week if you missed it. That we had a LOL edition and Jesus, it was good. They're like little flies or bees trying to get into their nest. I don't think we need any POVs. We just keep the drone camera out. What a sight to behold right now. And we have the warm-up done. So Lars and Dog, two battling out for that top position here. So let's keep the camera in the middle. You have to go for the zigzag and then follow through with the reactor. Who's going to be? It's Matthias and Mendy. The one's gaining a lot. Dog does get 100 over Lars getting 50. So we will have a new player in first. Ixon struggling now though. Oh, I think Ixon must have crashed because I can't spectate him. Let's have a look at... I'm not sure how to say his name. He's trying to go the risky jump. You can full respawn if you can't... Or you can do that! That is fucking poggers right there. That's fantastic. We like to see it. Alright, let's actually have a look at Lars, who has dropped down a little bit. And see if he can gain a lot. Does get that slowdown really nicely. Probably going to get a top 3. No, misses! I thought he was going to make that pretty simply. As he gets the second one very well. And it is Dog who's struggling now. Has got a safe finish. And we will definitely swap again. We're coming down to 10 points between this last round. Cataboot not getting enough. Ins area Alex. Just a little bit behind. Look at this battle. 1771, 1750, 1740, 1740. So we have a good battle for 5th to 8th here. And it is Alec the one who... No, it is Area who does move up the top here. But let's have a look at Dog, who does now find himself needing to get this cleanly. Looks like he will go the safe finish. Titus getting first. And it will be Lars not finishing just yet. Does snipe it there. Points haven't come up. The server is lagging, as I said it would be. So I have no idea how many. It is 42 compared to 79. So it was an 8-point difference. Dog getting that first. Lars, I don't think, enjoying that final map. And does rage quit off of that. And we do have Dog getting a first position. I'm surprised that he's rage quit. Like, it's just a bit of fun. He played extremely well. Cataboot gaining the third. Ends in 4th. But that's why you don't rage quit. We have one more. Sparkling has debated us, and we have one more. So there you go. I don't know how many people left. If we have a whole load of people who left, I'm just gonna fucking skip this one. We still have 90. No, we keep going. That's why you don't leave. So no wonder Lars has rage quit, because he knew that he was getting debated right here. As Dog will gain from this one. And we do have the one more map. I had a feeling we had one more map. But I just believed in Sparkling as it is his maps. But he's forgotten his own maps. This is why I don't keep track of my positions. Because I don't remember them. So... but that's alright. I mean, he's gained 700, 800 points on 3rd position here. So we'll definitely be able to keep his second. But we'll just pretend that both of them played out of their mind. Because I get... He was probably also thinking that there's only 10 maps. I may have forgotten to say that there was 11 maps this week. I did say 11, but maybe a couple people missing out on that. So that's alright. Lars definitely playing really, really well there. But let's continue with this final map. Bit of a bonus bit. And the battles will continue. Cataboot 2.23 ends on 2k, so Cataboot securing his 3rd position unless he gets DNFs all round. I guess he could get 1 pointers all round, so not over just yet. Area 1994, Alec 1938, and then 1844, 1834. So we have our few battles coming into this final time. Let's have a look at Consul. Has been playing well. No, we'll have a look at Nerms, which didn't switch. Now he's finding himself in 30th position now. Gets a nice drift, but can he follow through on this sausage block pretty well? Does get the jump, but loses out on a bit of speed. Following through with that final drift and secures his top 15. Dog only getting 88. Cataboot getting 90. Area with 114 with Gerbe. Once again, getting a win. So, a couple people leaving. I'm sorry for that debate, but it's just a bit of fun. No need to take it too seriously. And we have probably no movement, I don't think. Area getting 114 on ins 24, but it won't be enough. And the leaderboard pretty much sticking by. Let's have a look at Heku here. No, we're going to have a look at a drone camera. Actually, let's go into the Heku vision, because there's a couple AFK players. Someone bonking on that left side. and Heku actually going wide to gain that little bit of extra speed. This right behind him, but I think it is him getting first still. As we have some mega lag coming in right now. But his dog only getting 80, so I think Lars would have gained a couple points back. Ins getting 104. So it was Zero and Gerby having a good battle here. 109, 120. A few really close battles still. Ixon does quit a bit early. Very well played by him. For the final time, if the game will fucking load. No, we're gonna keep into the drone camera. The players dropping off really quickly at the start there. It is, I think Sabe or someone was in first, but misses out on that jump, loses out on a lot of positions. Inns gets the first place there. We have our flood of cars right behind. Area minusing, so only getting 5 points. Is not happy with this final map here, as Inns does get 120. Very well played finish there, but not enough to catch up to Katabu, who does stick in third. Dog with a dominant win. 3.2k points, that's a lot. And let's have a look at the final time for the leaderboard. It is Katabu, Inns, Alex Craft, Area, Ixon, Heku, and Burzel just sniping Spider, I think. So that is a GG. Thanks for playing this first viewer edition of Sparkling's maps. I think these maps were a lot of fun. Very simple, very easy. So definitely will look to doing more of these in the future if people want to send maps through maybe. But yeah, look at that. Spider did get sniped. 6 points. And Zero only 11 points behind. So very close battles in the middle top pack. But as I said, Dog with a very dominant performance, Katabu, and Lars doing very well. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was a fun week. Actually going for pretty much the hour. So still on time with the usual. But yeah, until then, as I said, make sure you guys check out Sparkling. Do drop him a follow, do drop him a sub. Definitely is a great content creator. And do drop one here as well. It does help out. But until next week, until next time, hope you had a good one and see ya then. Bye bye for now.